My mother is Italian, and she came from the northeast of Italy, Veneto. So I remember sitting on the side, watching my mother make pastas, minestrones, risottos. So a risotto to me is something that should walk across the plate. It should never be tight, it should never be stiff. It should be rather wet. So
what are you putting in there? Tablespoon of butter?
I never measure it.
I know, I'm going to have to translate the measurements.
Olive oil.
2 tablespoons full of olive oil.
1 onion, grated. If you want to chop it, you can chop it. But most people can't chop an onion fine, so use a cheese grater. And 1 clove of garlic, grated. You want it to dissolve into the risotto. There's nothing worse than when you get a risotto, it's got those big chunks of onion and garlic. So when you're in one of your challenges, and you need finely chopped onion, you need crushed garlic, and use the grater. It will become your best friend. So what we're going to do now is cook them without colour. Why? To remove the acidity. As you can see, the juice of the onion and the garlic is evaporating. And when you put them in your pan, the one thing you smell is the acidity of an onion and the garlic. If you don't remove it, then that's part of your dish. It's as simple as that. And that's why we fry an onion. So you can see, Gary, you can smell it, can't you, Gary?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Also, you know what I like too is just the smell of that butter. It's going to, you know, it's going to add richness and flavour. You can cook it just in olive oil, but I like the butter.
There's an argument whether you use a wooden spoon or a spatula. What do you use, Zoe?
I use a wooden spoon.
My dear mother would use a wooden spoon. Why? Because she was a traditionalist. The reality is, what a spatula does, it brings everything down from the side of the pan, and it also gets into the corner of the pan. Gary, wooden spoon or spatula?
Definitely spatula, always.
100%.
This is, you know, in the kitchen, this is your best friend now. I mean, we're not living in the, you know, in the 40s.
So there's Gary, who's worked in some of the great kitchens of the world. I worked in 1 or 2 nice kitchens. Use spatulas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Add our saffron.
That was a gram of saffron. So you get a lovely yellow colour out of that, don't you? Gorgeous.
And it'll get darker as well. Because when you have a saffron risotto, you want that rich orange colour, almost like one of Van Gogh's sunflowers. You can't be mean with saffron. So you put in your 400 grams of rice.
Now, how long do you cook the rice for, Marco?
I reckon this rice, once I start, about 16 minutes. Ignore what it says on the packet, because you'll always overcook it. I'd say about a glass of white wine. Some people don't use wine, some do. What I would say is it depends how good the wine is. If it's really delicious, then just pour it in your glass, not in the pan. So we've added our white wine now, and again, cook out the wine. If you don't cook out the wine, then you've got the acidity within the wine. You have to remove the alcohol, remove the acidity, so you get that natural sweetness of the wine. So, what have we got in our pan? 1 onion, grated. 1 clove of garlic, grated. Cooked in olive oil and butter until the acidity has been removed. In with the saffron, work it out. In with the rice, work the butter through the rice. Glass of white wine. Simple as that.
Yeah.
So our stock's boiling, and our stock is simple. White beef stock, infused with saffron. The simple rule is 4 to 1. 4 stock to 1 rice. So in this case, 400 grams of rice to 1.6 litres of stock. You can be really posh and use a ladle and pretend to be really professional, but you know, in the professional kitchen, we just pour it in like that. It's as simple as that, rather than ladle, 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 ladle.
So, Marco, we add the rest of the stock as we go along?
Yeah. So, you can see my rice is submerged in my stock. And again, one of the mistakes a lot of people make is they never put enough stock in. And by not putting enough stock in, what happens is the rice cooks inconsistently. And why do we stir? 1, so it doesn't catch. 2, so you rotate the rice, the granules, so they cook evenly. And thirdly, to knock it off the boil. As you can see now, it's boiling. That gives you reduction, makes it too strong. So by stirring it, you knock it off the boil. And that's why you have to stand over risotto. We're not far away now. For me, risotto should be served al dente. It's not a pudding. So the most important part of a risotto is the finishing. You get that wrong, then you destroy the dish. Who likes Parmesan? Good. So you put in your Parmesan, yes? As you can see, it's quite finely shaven. Why? So it melts. Soft butter, not hard. You see?
So you're just letting it sit on the surface of the risotto?
Just letting it melt. So come over, ladies. You may think I've been over generous with the butter, but look at the depth of that pan. So you can see it's all melting. I'm letting it sit for a minute. That will change your risottos. And then what I do is I take my spatula and I emulsify it. There we are. Can you see how creamy it is?
Yes.
Can you see how it's emulsified? Is that wet?
Yes.
That's how it should be. Any wetter, it's wrong. Any tighter, it's wrong. Do you want to try some, ladies?
Please.
Matt, do you want to come down and have a taste as well, as soon as you cook risotto?
Yeah, man.
Sure.
You know what we're going to ask, though, Matt, is if it's going to be better than yours.
I think we all know the answer to that.
So there we have it. Risotto Milanese, or should I say risotto saffron. It's that simple. Dig in. Just remember, always push it to the side. But you see, you can feel every individual grain in your mouth. It's not sticky, it's not heavy, it's light. And that's, memorize that texture. Memorize it. And just remember, it walks across the plate.
It's incredible.
It's just so smooth, and I can't believe how much flavour he's put into one pot with so few ingredients.
There you are, go sit down then.
I know one thing, that we're now going to have perfect risottos in the MasterChef kitchen. If we don't, there's trouble to pay, and I'm ringing him, and I'm telling you, you got it wrong.
You're going to love this one. You are going to love it.
You might need the whole of your notepads just to get the ingredients in. The ingredients are chocolate and water. Classically, ingredients that we're told would never mix. In fact, they do mix, and just with these two ingredients, you're going to make a chocolate mousse.
Wow.
So we've gone here for 350 grams of chocolate, 425 grams of water. Bring the water to the boil.
Yep.
Pour it over the chocolate. I'm using water because I just think it's a great way of demonstrating how simple this is. But the water you can also add. You could add some alcohol, a bit of whiskey or brandy or rum that's maybe slightly reduced. You could put dessert wine. You could put fruit juice in there. You could put, I mean, you can really play around with the ingredients that you're going to add. But it's just the simplicity of this. What it does, you don't have the creaminess, but it kind of opens up the chocolate more. So you can see now that's thickening. And you can speed this process up. Just stick it in a bowl of ice.
So basically, you've heated it up, and now you're cooling it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with the emulsifier that's in the chocolate, it's the fat in there as well, and the water, as you whisk, what'll happen, it'll cool down to the point when the chocolate starts to solidify. When you end up with a mousse. We played around quite a bit with the ratio of the chocolate and water. So there will be a point where there's too much water to allow the chocolate eventually to set. If you don't put enough in, it will end up being hard and grainy. And it's better to make this just before you serve it. So this whole process will be done in less than 10 minutes. So you can see that starting to thicken?
Yeah, yeah.
Just really dispersing spreading the cooling effect from the ice evenly through the chocolate. Just one thing here now. This is now starting, as it's cooling down. This isn't far off. But just like you whip cream, how many times have you whipped cream and you realise you stop when you think it's ready? You should have stopped 2 minutes earlier. This is like that, but even more so. So just be careful not to over-whip it. You can melt it again. Right, that's
Just see
now.
it starting to change. Is there a reason why you wouldn't do that with an electric machine rather than? Is it just so you can feel it more?
It's just you can feel it more,
Yeah.
because when you've got that going, it blocks. I mean, from a vision point of view, it blocks a lot of what you can see, and sometimes it can go pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So it's just a bit safer.
Just see it's about to just turn.
You have a look now. See now it's starting to go. Just usually, so now it's very nearly there. Now I took it out of the bowl of ice because it'll take a few minutes longer, but that ice will speed up this process to the point where will make it easier to over whisk it.
So much about this is all about texture, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
There.
That turns so quickly.
Oh, nice. Wow.
That's it. A little bit of salt on. But generally, to reduce bitterness, if you think something's too bitter, don't add sugar, add salt. So this is the chocolate mousse, maybe chocolate and water.
Taste this.
So just remember that it is the template. We thought about putting other things in, but in fact, the things is just the basic concept of it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, you think it's
So pure flavour, you know. I think it makes the chocolate taste more chocolatey just by...
Yeah, it just opens everything up.
Right, shall we?
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, yeah. It's so pure, isn't it? Yum.
So I'm going to make a curd. So what I need, 2 eggs. Bit of shell, always helpful. 2 egg yolks and 150 grams of caster sugar. So off the heat. So this is like a very quick method. You have to watch that it doesn't split. There we are. And got 100 grams of soft, unsalted butter. And it has got to be soft because you really need everything to start melting straight away. And just like the 2 eggs, 2 egg yolks, 2 lemons, zest and juice. For me, lemon curd always has to be sharp, but especially when it's going on a pavlova, I really want it to make my cheeks squeak. Squeeze some lemons.
Sure.
Here you are.
You want, how many lemons do you want in here?
I want the juice. No, both,
2?
please.
Both.
Right, now, I might live a little dangerously.
The big flame.
I know I shouldn't, but I'm an impatient person, OK? It may work, it may not work. We'll see.
I love it. This is drama.
I have 2 character traits which are not regarded as like great virtues in the world, but they're very useful in cooking, and that's impatience and greed. But they really help the cook.
So I'm just pinching myself because I'm here, and that's Nigella Lawson there.
Oh, stop it.
That's so cool, isn't it? So obviously here, the key is to keep everything moving, yes?
To keep everything moving, but every now and then, because, you know, it'll heat up, I take it off the heat and I carry on like this. And really, the idea really is to use a pan. You don't want a big pan, but you need a pan with quite a bit of surface area, because what I don't want it to be is too deep, and then you're getting a small bit under the heat. Oh, it's beginning, can you see? It's beginning to thicken. Any minute now, we're going to have a wonderfully thick, golden, glossy mixture. you can actually see the whisk is making a mark. It will be a lot thicker as it cools. OK, let's just get rid of this to cool.
Geez, good, nice punch to it.
Really? Right, are you ready for the pav itself?
Yes, I want to see this. So, egg whites, how many?
6. You know, I always feel that cooking is a bit like child rearing, that, you know, they feel the fear in your voice, so you have got to have a certain amount of confidence and authority, or at least make it seem as if you have, otherwise nothing behaves. Start adding caster sugar.
So sugar a little at a time?
Oh, yeah, I try.
So 375 grams of sugar to 6 egg whites. So you're whisking in that sugar. We want it to look lovely and glossy.
Yes. See, oh, that is looking fabulous.
That's almost looking like really delicious, shiny marshmallow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
OK. So now that's meringue, and it needs to be turned into a pavlova base. And the wonderful thing about pavlova is that it is a cross between a marshmallow and a meringue. So you need corn flour, 2½ teaspoons. And usually, with pavlova base, you use a bit of vinegar. But this is a lemon one, so I want some lemon. I'm going to put the zest of 1 lemon. Now, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Can I tell you, you must measure properly? I just really resent the authority of a measure. But you must always measure properly. Fold.
Do you want to line that baking tray?
I do. So will you give me a bit? And what I do is I do this in each corner, and then it sticks down.
Sorry, I've got to be...
Fold it.
No, I'm... Right.
OK, can I just do a bit of this?
Yeah, I love this. Is a great idea. See, that looks so great and glossy.
Right. This is when I think, actually, I would be so much happier if I were a bricklayer, because I do really like all the smoothing. Right, now, it's preheated to 180. The minute it goes in, you turn it down to 130 for about an hour, and then turn it off and leave the oven door open. The important thing with pavlova, really, is how it cools.
I like the wooden spoon trick. You create a little gap for... And then you don't have to leave the oven door open, because you leave the oven door open, you will fall over. so the pavlova's cooked. We've let it cool in the oven, so we'll get that out.
So, I'm going to try and get this out. I think we will, just
nice
about.
Work. Perfect.
There we are. So, here, this is what I think of as like the belly of it. It's all still soft. You know, look, I can make little holes in it. So, instead of doing cream and the fruit, I really need that lemon going in straight onto the meringue. So, quite a thin layer will do it. But I like to push it quite near the end, because I like it when it starts being a bit messy and dribbling down.
Yeah. Anyone salivating yet?
Yeah, your mouth just waters.
300 mils of cream.
I don't like cream that's beaten too thick. I think it has to be aerated and thick, but a kind of slight voluptuous softness about it. For me, a pavlova is a dreamy creation. Bit more lemon zest. And when I first made this, I knew I needed something else. I didn't want to put a fruit on top, and I knew I needed something. So I toasted some flaked almonds and let it cool, and I use quite a lot, 50 grams. It's not a garnish. It is absolutely an essential part of the makeup of this, because you need a lot of crunch.
Sure.
And so I love the clatter, you see.
Great.
So here you are, my lemon pavlova.
Well, it looks unbelievably delicious. Who wants to try? Right, OK. Heather, Brett, Charlie and Cecilia. Oh, look at that. That marshmallowy centre is delicious, isn't it?
You can just hear that crunch every cut you make.
Nice large slice for us.
Oh my God, that is the best pavlova I've ever had.
Oh, so good.
Oh, wow. Heather?
I love the crunch of the almond. I think that makes it. I think it pairs well with the crunch of the base.
Happy, Brett?
Very.
I want to show you a dish today that Marco taught me, and it's apple tart fin with caramel sauce and vanilla ice cream.
Nice.
Fruit is the hero, crispy puff pastry, beautiful caramel sauce, and vanilla ice cream. Let's get started. First of all is really good apples. Now, we've got Golden Delicious here. If Golden Delicious apples aren't available, just find an apple, you know where it came from, and you know that it's in season. If it tastes good, you're going to be able to cook with it. So the first thing you're going to do is taste the apple. We take around about 2.5 apples per tart. The tarts are individual. We're going to make it exactly the same way that we made it in Marco's restaurant all those years ago. 3 Michelin star, remember that, 3 Michelin star tart.
That's crazy.
Reynolds, come around here.
There you are, Reynolds. Dog, come here. Come on, MG. MG.
I've taken the ends off the apple, okay? So it sits flat. I want you to peel the apple, okay? Okay, this part you've got to work quick because we don't want the apples to oxidise. So, take 3 sides. So we're left with the core like that, okay? Why do we do that? That'll become a little bit more apparent to you when we actually build the tart, okay? But I call them cheeks, right? Does that make sense? Yep, right. You take your apples, okay? So, take your cheeks, okay? You are going to be cutting a disc. Okay, this is going to go in the centre of the tart, and then you just actually beveling the bottom. Okay, just like that, so it sits nicely in the tart. Ideally, that should be a perfect circle. Okay. All right, puff pastry. Puff pastry is important in terms of I've used some trimmings. Okay, really cold puff pastry trimmings, and then I've just put them back into a dough carefully, and then I've rolled it to around about 3 mil thick, so quite thin. We'll work with a sheet each. All you simply do is press that down. Just a nice lovely disc, okay? Keep it on your baking paper, okay? Now, first of all, we are going to score the pastry so it doesn't rise and displace the apple that we're going to put on. Next, we're going to flute the pastry. Now, I put my finger down and I run an angle across it, okay? And I'm turning it. You happy with this, Marco?
Yeah, beautiful.
Seems you're still the apprentice.
He's made more of them than I have, that's for sure.
And you know, someone who said always the apprentice? I will always be the apprentice. What do you think? You're getting it there? This is an important skill for you to learn. Your finger, okay?
There you go.
Lovely.
How good's that?
Okay.
Can't even tell the difference.
You should swap them over now.
Yeah. Here we go.
There you are.
That's a great job.
Got to make you look like a star, Reynolds.
Okay. Now, ideally now, back in the fridge.
Yep.
Okay? This is going to put Reynolds under extreme amount of pressure. We're going to take our cheeks, okay? We're cutting across the cheek. And it's got to be paper thin. Paper thin. Now, you see the scar? That's how I learnt. That scar is the reminder of the restaurant at the Park Hyatt Hotel. It'll always be there. It's like a tattoo. Okay. Thin knife. Super, super sharp. Okay? Right, Reynolds? Yep. Okay. Tip of the knife. You just, once you start at the cheek, Reynolds, you keep going. Your concentration is all about this apple cheek.
Wow.
Okay? Paper thin. So let's have a look here. Okay, so you just got to get all the layers looking like that. Okay, all right, let's go.
Come on, Reynold. Do it, Reynold.
There you are.
Okay, time to put everything together. Well done. Come a little closer. I want to show you. Okay, we are now fanning and shaping the apple.
Wow, that's so
Okay, okay.
Yeah, Reynold.
You okay there, Reynold?
Not as thin as yours.
No, that's okay. That's
Don't worry
okay.
about it.
That's
Don't
okay.
panic.
Yeah, that's all right. You'll see that this recipe has a little bit of forgiveness in it. Okay.
Genius, Reynold.
Now I've got my little piece of apple that we cut earlier into the centre. Okay. On baking tray. Okay. What we're going to do now is sprinkle some sugar, about, I would say, half a tablespoon of caster sugar. Some butter. So we've got some local butter here from Myrtleford in Victoria. Okay, now we've got an oven preheated, 220 degrees. Very hot. Particularly you want a lot of bottom heat. Okay, in for around about 15 minutes or so. 15, 20 minutes, check it. Reynold, thank you, mate.
Thank you.
Hope we ignited some passion there of cutting apples.
Definitely.
Back in the
I
line,
thought
mate.
you did fantastic. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I definitely did. It was good fun. Thank you.
Now for caramel sauce. Very, very simple. We all know the ingredients in caramel sauce. That's 200 grams of caster sugar, 50 mils of water, and 260 mils of cream. Already got it started here. Okay, the sugar and the water has come up to the boil. We get our consistency by taste and appearance, but taste is important. It's got a nice bitterness to it.
That bittersweet.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, that tart should be ready to get out of the oven and flip it over. Now we know the tarts have gone nice and golden. Just a little shot of Grand Marnier over the top.
Put a little bit more, just to glaze it.
Okay.
Just to glaze it, you know what I'm saying? It's a bit dull.
When you're with Marco, you put more, okay? Yep, that's... Okay, flip. Now for another about, anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes, but you want colour on that apple. That'll define the beautiful slices that we've got. That's had an extra 5 minutes. Time to get it out of the oven. Okay, we're ready to plate up. Put some caramel sauce.
good colour.
I'll get the ice cream. Just push it down a little. Okay.
Delicious, eh?
Thank you, Marco. Now, everyone's got to have a taste of this.
Oh, yes.
Come on, dig in. Just pick that apple tart up, just like you're an 8-year-old in your grandmother's house. You know, just that's the way this should be eaten. What are you tasting?
It's really delicious. Yeah, it's definitely inspiring. Like, I know how to do all of those things. So yeah, just putting it together, and it is simple, but knowing that it still is absolutely delicious.
Good, good.
There's more.
Yes, please.
The intensity of the apple, amazing, isn't it?
This is a restaurant technique. But I think the message is so important here that there's very few ingredients here. There's less is more, okay?
Delicious, well done.
Thank you, Marco.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to have you in the MasterChef kitchen today because the theme of the week has been love. So we had to bring Kirsten Tibballs. We had to. Why? Because she's the love doctor, sweet pastry queen. She has won gold medals representing Australia in Pastry Olympics. And she's here to teach us a few little tips and tricks on making a simple cake.
That's simple for me.
Tell us, what's the cake?
I've actually called it Eve because Adam and Eve, the love, the temptation. A really nice crispy base with roasted almonds.
Yum.
Topped with a pistachio dacquoise. Then on top of that, a layer of homemade raspberry jam.
Yum.
Then topped with a chocolate creamer. And then I'm going to do a little garden on top.
Right, what's the first job?
First job, pistachio dacquoise.
Yep.
Always have your egg whites at room temperature before you whisk them. You'll get double the amount of volume.
Oh.
So this is cream of tartar. What it's actually going to do is give us really silky, smooth, soft egg whites.
Nice.
Okay, now we're going to start mixing. I'm going to add a little bit of sugar in at the start, just when we're really soft. And then as it increases, I'm going to gradually add the remainder of the sugar.
Yep.
What I've got here is just some green colour. We're
Yep.
wanting this to have a beautiful contrast when we cut it.
Cool.
So just 2 drops in. So I'm just going to add the remaining sugar. We've just got to give that a chance to dissolve that sugar before we take it off the machine.
Done. All right.
And what I've done here is I've taken some whole pistachios and ground them in the food processor, icing sugar, and just a little bit of plain flour. Okay, so this is beautiful and creamy, exactly what we're looking for. We're going to fold the two together.
You know, I can do something for you if you
Can
like.
you?
Yeah. Do you want me to finish that? Why not?
Great. So we're wanting to just gently fold that through so we maintain as much air as we can.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Now, do I?
Put it into the
whole
flexi
lot?
pat. Yep.
Wonderful. Now, that then goes into an oven.
That goes into the oven,
What temperature?
170,
Yep.
and for about 15 to 18 minutes.
How about I pop that in? Okay. So 170 degrees, and then voila.
Already done. Yeah, so this is one we've already baked.
And you've just trimmed the edges. Looks great. What's next?
Get the crispy base going.
Okay.
So I've got some couverture chocolate here.
Can you explain to everyone what couverture chocolate is?
Couverture chocolate legally has to have a minimum of 31% cocoa butter. So I'm just going to microwave this.
Yep.
So when we're heating, just ensure that we're not going to overheat it, it's not going to burn.
All right.
Okay, I've got the chocolate here. So I'm just going to stir it till we melt those buttons, and then we'll add in all the other ingredients. Cocoa nibs,
Yum.
which is the interior of the cocoa bean, and some almonds.
Yep.
Okay, I've got here some almond praline paste. So this has roasted almonds with caramel ground to a paste.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna mix that together. Okay, so I'm gonna put this into the frames. So we work with these frames in the kitchen because it enables me to have everything at exact levels.
Okay.
Spread that out.
Sorry, I've taken over.
You've done that before, no, that's good. Perfect, George, thank you. Okay, so this is dacquoise. Just press that in while the crispy base is still wet. And what I'm going to do now is spread some raspberry jam. Okay, so we're just going to put a fairly thin layer on. Just breaks up the richness of the chocolate.
Yum, yum, yum. Great combination of flavours.
Okay, so I'm just putting those frames on so I can see that now I'm nice and level. We join those frames with a little dot of chocolate in each corner.
Love it. I'm gluing things with chocolate.
So chocolate crema, which we're going to go on to now, is basically an anglaise, which is a light custard, and then we're going to strain that over some chocolate, and the chocolate's going to actually set the custard to a like fudge-like consistency, which is really easy to cut. So I've got 2 different couvertures we're going to add to the crema, and this is a dark 60% couverture. It's very nice. And then I've got a milk couverture, which is a blended beans.
Yep, it's good, yep.
Good. Okay, so we always strain an anglaise, and that's because we always end up with a tiny bit of cooked egg on the bottom of the pot, and we don't want that to go through to the custard.
Mix.
Yes.
Oh, there's a certain pleasure in mixing custard
Therapeutic, isn't it?
into chocolate. Oh. Just chat amongst yourselves. Man.
I'm going to pour it straight in, and then we're done. Ready for the decorations. I'm just going to leave that in the fridge to set, probably about 4 hours in the fridge, and then we're ready to cut it and decorate it.
Right, what are we doing next?
Okay, next we're going to temper some chocolate.
Yep.
So just pour out the required amount of chocolate. We're going to microwave that until we've got 50% melted, 50% solid chocolate. So we temper to give us a beautiful gloss, shine, snap and finish, and beautiful mouthfeel when we actually eat the chocolate. So now what we need to do is give it movement. Okay, that's good. Beautiful work.
Done. All right, what are we doing next?
Okay, so what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to make some bark. So just on some baking paper, and I've cut 2 sheets identical in size. Put the other sheet on top. And we're just going to roll it up. Pop that in the fridge.
Cool.
And that's our bark. Done.
Awesome.
What we're going to do with the dark chocolate here is I'm going to make some leaves. So what I've done is I've picked some leaves and I'm going to brush some chocolate onto them, and it brings out the texture. So just a thin coat.
Awesome.
Let that set, do another layer on top. And here's one that I've prepared earlier.
Ah.
So just peel the leaf off, and then we get the beautiful texture there of the leaf.
Wow, that is cool.
Now, just quickly, I've coloured some white chocolate with a red powder. I'm going to make a piping bag. Now, I know a lot of people struggle with this.
Ah, yeah.
We start with a baking paper triangle, and we roll it into a witch's hat, basically. So roll it up. Make sure there's a closed point at the end, and then we fold it in. So what I've done here is just some love hearts to use as a template.
Ah.
We're going to make some love heart mushrooms and just some round ones. So I'm just going to put the chocolate in the bag. With the piping bag, only ever fill it halfway. Fold the top in.
Yep.
Just going to cut tip off. I've just got an acetate sheet on top here.
Yep.
We're just going to go around. So pipe your outline first, then just basically fill it in. Okay, so I've got some here.
You got some there, great.
That I've done. Okay, so then we just pipe some white chocolate, just different size dots on. Okay, what we're going to do is make the mushroom stems.
Okay.
Just need a little bit of water.
All right, so you need some water?
Yep, just a little bit of water. I'm going to put some white chocolate. Pop it in there. Just add a couple of drops at a time. So you can see how
it starts to thicken.
Yep. Piping tube, so that's just a 1 centimetre piping tube in there. So these are going to be our mushroom stems. So they're all awkward, all different sizes.
Yeah.
It's quite good if some are on an angle.
Cool.
When they set, we're ready to join them. Then we're just going to stick those with a tiny bit of chocolate. And that'll just hold just a little bit on here. And it's nice as well if we angle those a little bit. There we go.
They look cute, don't they? All right.
Now, this is a great, really easy way to finish off the cake. Brush chocolate on top. We want a really thin layer, but I want to create a lot of texture so it looks like the ground.
Beautiful.
So quite rough. And just building that up. Okay, so we've got a really nice texture there.
Cool.
What I'm going to do now is add a little bit of bling to the cake.
Oh, of course.
So a little bit of edible gold.
Is that my makeup brush?
Just on top.
Love that. Edible gold.
Really lifts that chocolate, all that texture.
Cool.
I'm going to stick our mushrooms on first, and you can use chocolate as a glue. Okay, we're just going to put a little leaf there. Then these are just roasted chopped nuts with a little bit of green metallic. Green metallic you can get from cake decorating shops, that sort of thing. We've got our bark. So you don't need much. Then we've got some raspberries. And I've got some hazelnuts.
Kirsten Tibballs, you are a pastry legend. Thank you so much. Big
Thank
round of
you.
applause. Right, who wants to taste? 1, 2, 3. Did you hear that chocolate snap?
Yeah. Beautiful, amazing.
Oh, jeez me. All right, dig in, dig in. Keep going.
Bon appetit.
Are you excited? Look at the smile on your face.
Shaking.
Oh, gosh.
Crunchy, smooth, chocolatey.
Rich, beautiful.
Exquisite.
Yeah, beautiful.
Perfect.
And the chocolate's just beautiful and smooth.
It's one of the best things I've ever tasted.
Oh, wonderful.
Welcome to my masterclass. This is Curtis, who worked for me for many years.
It's an honour to be back as your commie again, Marco.
You're not my commie. You're my assistant. There's a difference.
I just got demoted.
We're going to do a dish which is very quick. It's simple macaroni cheese. That may sound really simple, but macaroni is not really that important. What's important is the sauce and what you can do with the sauce and how far you can take the sauce. So we're going to make bechamel. Classic bechamel, 60 grams of flour, 60 grams of butter, 500 mils of cream. Now, in with my butter. Flour. Should we go in with the pasta?
Pasta goes in. So using the small macaroni.
Cooks quicker, makes life easier.
And what else should be in the water, guys?
Yeah.
It should be the flavour of seawater. Okay, so you always have to taste the water.
I'm not a pasta snob. I use packet the same as everybody else. They make their millions out of making macaroni. Let's put our energy into making a great sauce. Okay, now we add our milk. There we are. So as you can see, I use a whisk. How quick is that? Because what happens is people beat with a wooden spoon, right or wrong. And what's happening? It's evaporating. Now we take some double cream. How's it going? How long for that?
We've got 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes to go. We're under pressure, the two of us. It's like the old days, isn't it? Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Struggling, panicking. Just whisking cheddar, so we're just going to turn it into a cheese sauce. You could use Gruyere, but we're using cheddar. So now, To give it a little twist, a little bit of butter. I'm going to cook some wild mushrooms. Who likes mushrooms? There we are.
All the mushrooms, boss. Trumpet and morels.
Please.
Marco, do you season that way so you can see how much salt hits the pan?
I just do it for the cameras.
Yeah.
That's not true. I season from a distance because you season evenly.
Shallots and garlic going in.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's better. See, he's moved on to the big heat. Right then. A little mascarpone.
Yum.
Just to soften it, to lighten it. How long for the macaroni?
Macaroni is coming out in 30 seconds.
Perfect. And you can see I'm just using a tiny bit of water because what I'm doing, I'm looking at the texture. Because what I want it to be quite dense, but I want it to be light at the same time, and that's why I put in the pasta water to knock it back. You can see it's creamy, it's rich with texture. It's not light and creamy. And the biggest mistake I think you can do is bake macaroni. It becomes dry, it becomes gluey. And you know something? It's much more delicious like this. Well, that's my opinion. Okay, then, what I'm going to do now, so I'm going to use my pan as a serving dish. Why? One, because it looks fantastic. Two, it retains heat. Think about it. There's nothing worse than cold food. Right. So I've drained my macaroni. What I do is also, if on the packet it says 8 minutes, I cook for 7 minutes. If it says 10 minutes, I cook for 9 minutes, because I want it to be in my sauce for 1 minute. There we are. Fantastic. A little bit of Parmesan. Curtis, could you do me a favour? Could you line up those bowls, please, and just sprinkle a bit of Parmesan in the bottom? So whenever I make my carbonara, when I make my macaroni, I put Parmesan on the plate, then I put it on top, because I put it on the top already. So I've got it top and bottom, rather than just being on the top. So take the mushrooms. There we are. Bit of parsley. And there are family-style macaroni cheese, but most importantly, with a white sauce, with a bechamel. How quick was it to make this? Less than 10. Come on, then. Did you cook the pasta perfectly?
Of course, boss.
Thank you.
Curtis, have you got this garnish, Chef Curtis? Oui. There we are.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
How is it, Anna?
Oh, it's amazing.
But think about it, you can taste the cheese, you can taste the mushrooms, you can taste the pasta.
Yeah.
Delicious, boss.
So American. It is, actually.
That is very American.
Yeah. That's so good.